wanna know ya, yeah, what?
Sorry, I love watching up down makeouts. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you wonderful beings out there, welcome to the 25th edition of Long Time First Time Movie Reviews, where me, Brandon, and some special guests talking about reviewing movies that aren't super new, maybe not necessarily super old, or maybe they are super old. I don't know. Stick around to find out here. It's a call-in show, though, so hey, if you want to join us, come and join us. The link is right there. But if you don't want to do that, it's also in the comments section. Look at that. I can comment my own videos. I can do stuff like this. I can do stuff like this. Hold on. Thank you. I do feel pretty. It's not just me, JPO, though, blabbering tonight. Brandon, as always, is here. Brandon, how are you?
I'm good. I didn't realize I was in the presence of the StreamYard master. Could use you last night. Watch my my fandom match against John's team, where Nicholas Tuhig really struggles with. He struggles with the new StreamYard features. So if you want to watch some fun stuff, watch that. But plugs are at the end. We are here to talk about some old ass movies.
Old ass movies
in this house.
Super old movies. Not necessarily, because sometimes I might review stuff from only a couple of years ago. Sorry, I was distracted by you combing your fucking mustache. Dana, how are you?
Yeah, man, you gotta keep it fresh.
I've never had as good of a mustache, though. So,
yeah, got a new electric razor coming in tomorrow, so I can actually get clean shaven for a change. That will be nice. I am doing fantastic. Thank you for having me alongside you guys.
As always. Brandon, kick us off. What'd you watch this week?
Well, I'm wearing glasses now.
Nerd.
No, I'm wearing glasses. Talk about an old ass movie. I watched an old ass movie from 1968. We're going all the way to Italy. I watched Il Grande Silenzio, otherwise known as The Great Silence. I love westerns. I always pick westerns in matches, and I never do good in them, but I love westerns so much, and I need to watch more spaghetti westerns. I've seen a lot, but I want to watch even more. I've seen a lot of the Sergio Leone. I haven't really dove into the other Sergio Corbucci, who many say is actually the king of the spaghetti westerns. So I watched a movie called The Great Silence, and this movie is freaking awesome. It's very different than most other it has the same tropes of these spaghetti westerns. Follows a guy named Silence. He's a mute. He does not speak the entire movie. And he kind of hunts down bad people, not really like a bounty hunter, more out of self-defense. He only fires when they reach for their gun first. And he's so fast that he beats them to it. And it follows Silence as he tracks down this bounty hunter named Loco. Now, Loco is a bounty hunter, but he only brings in his guys dead. And that's a problem when he's like guys who robbed the bank once and they're like, well, I'm murdering them. So he kind of seeks revenge for this guy who's using the law and kind of spinning the law and, doing things that, against the law, but really on the law and that towing that line. So, Silence is the good guy here. And this movie is great. It's so different in many ways from regular spaghetti westerns, because if you can notice, it all takes place in the snow, which you don't usually see. You usually see High Plains Drifter and like big roaring plains and sand and hot and high noon and all that. And everything here takes place in the wintertime and in the snow. And it's really, really cool to see. It's shot beautifully, even for 1968, shot beautifully. amazing score, as all good westerns have. And one of the most like dark, kind of shocking shocking endings of a western I've seen. Definitely like doesn't do things like normal westerns usually end, and that was actually kind of refreshing for once. It definitely is like, whoa, that just happened. And it's really cool to see that happen. So yeah, I absolutely love this movie. One knock on it, you can blame Sean Baker, Academy Award winning director Sean Baker. He reviewed this movie also on Letterboxd, but he pointed out that like it seems that like the horses look a little tired running through that snow.
We're losing you.
He mentioned that there might have been some animal abuse on the set, because and after I read that, I was like watching the horses kind of struggle in the snow, and I was like, I don't know if I like watching this anymore. So the horse scenes were a little tough to watch because, who knows what was going on in the 60s, and they're really struggling in this deep snow. But other than that, it's just like a masterful spaghetti western. If you can get over, the way that they talk in spaghetti westerns, meaning they're usually dubbed because everyone kind of speaks their own language as they're recording these. So if you can get over that, the main leads are really good in this. So I really love this movie. 4.5 stars. This is if you like spaghetti westerns, this is a must watch.
I will say after the review, I'm very much looking forward to getting some spaghetti from Carrabba's tomorrow. I haven't had it in a while. Ted, ever seen The Great Silence?
I have not.
Christopher Diaz, have you ever seen The Great Silence?
No, I have not, sadly.
Well, my first review this week, and a long time review, felt a little nostalgic, for one of the great actors that passed away. I didn't necessarily watch a classic, but slightly underrated film, I feel. I checked out again Runaway Jury for the first time in a very long time here. So yeah, really great 2000s character actor cast there as well. You got, of course, Gene Hackman kind of going up against John Cusack, who has some good personality here, as well as Rachel Weisz. A lot of people in the around them too: Jeremy Piven, Nora Dunn, Bill Nunn. All those people surround him. Dustin Hoffman also gives really good performance as well here. Some good, what's right, and also a lot of trickery too, though, that you might either be for or against, because it takes a little bit of a more grand stage than an actual truly super believable case. But that's some of the fun of it, I felt, though, too. So some dramatic stuff as well. Like Hackman sending out people against them. Some people start getting hurt, blackmailed, all that stuff here. So it's just one that, when it finally wraps up, too, I do enjoy the ending, because you are very much ready for a little bit of comeuppance on the one, the only Gene Hackman. So I had a fun time. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I think it's worth checking out if it's a thriller, / good courtroom drama that you maybe have or haven't seen in a while. Brendan, ever seen Runaway Jury? Hey, Luis Guzman too.
I have not, but no joke. I was actually thinking about this movie today. We were talking during lunch. We were talking about jury duty, and one teacher said that they were on a jury that was a hung jury, and I was like, thinking in my head, better than a runaway
jury. Not a Shore movie. Don't thumbs that up.
No, so I was like, better than a runaway jury. And I was like, wait, Runaway Jury, that was a movie, right? And then I looked this movie up today and said, oh, Gene Hackman's in this movie. So I have not seen it, but I was thinking about it today.
Yeah. Tato, this is not the Shore movie. Have you seen Runaway Jury?
I have not seen this one now.
Chris, you've seen it, right?
No, I have not, but on my list to watch that.
Tato, what'd you see this week?
Alrighty, I am going to do a little bit of cheese and talk about a trilogy. Really, mainly just going to talk about the first film, but I did knock out all of the Angels in the Blank series, as it were. I saw them go to the outfield. I saw them go to the end zone. I saw them go to the infield. Angels in the outfield. You can do the thing. I figure this would be a favorite of Brandon Cohen's, perhaps. It's an absolute delight. Young baby Gordon Levitt is charming as hell. You could always see that kid was going to be a star. Forever. Very similar to Runaway Jury, fucking cast and a half. Glover, Danza, Chris Lloyd. Young Adrian Brody, Matthew
Brody.
McConaughey popping up in there. Durable McDillett, who doesn't love that guy? But yeah, really charming kids movie here. Some of the special effects aren't super fantastic, but they're at least passable for the time and for the type of movie that is being made. It's not like we're making Titanic here, so I'm not expecting like super duper high end graphics. So yeah, this one really fantastic. I will say 4 stars on it. I will just comment briefly on Angels in the End Zone. Pretty bad. Even though it's got Jack from Boy Meets World in it. So and we still have Christopher Lloyd in the end zone, and that is fine. But like, yeah, it's just a pretty baseline run of the mill 2.5 star. And then I was expecting fucking Angels in the Infield to be truly terrible, but actually ended up fine. Patrick Warburton, I'm usually having a good time when that guy's around. But then some truly terrible CGI. Like, the CGI does not get better as the trilogy progresses, and like it gets pretty fucking god awful in Angels in the Infield. So, but like actually a good father-daughter story in Angels in the Infield with Patrick Warburton and his kids. So that one is actually a little better than I thought I was gonna think it would be. But yeah, that is my brief review of that trilogy.
So I know you went through the second and third quickly. I couldn't even pull up a trailer. Like, they don't exist. Like, the second one's like a TV movie that has like a quick 30-second blurb. The third one, I think the entire movie's available on YouTube, but there's nice official trailers. So
actually, it was. I watched the second one. I watched In the End Zone on YouTube, and then I think I had to go to like a Tubi or something for In the End.
I didn't click on it, but Outfield has a thing on YouTube. I didn't click on it though. It's not an official one, so maybe it's just a picture. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I do enjoyed it as a kid. You know, like I said, this is the start of following JGL. That's why I always feel like he's kind of one of my cats, because that dude's been around literally forever now, as far as like my life is concerned. So yeah, but I remember just being kind of a fun, really good kid. But Brandon, thoughts of Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah, I loved this movie as a kid. I was, all these baseball movies, growing up were some of my favorites. So haven't seen it in a while. I'll catch clips of it every now and then. I'm like, holy crap, Adrian Brody, like Matthew McConaughey, like so many people are in this freaking movie. It's pretty insane. And I'll send it to you. There's a pretty amazing. Somebody did a fake 30 for 30 about the Angels in the Outfield season, and it's hilarious. It's like that season was truly magical, and it's like it took until him reaching out to it's just and they break it down using footage like it's real. It's phenomenal.
I love those.
Yeah, so 5 stars.
Chris, ever seen Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah, I love Angels in the Outfield. Like, I got so excited when Tatum mentioned it. This is a childhood movie of mine I watched as a kid. Love it. It's cheesy but fun, and a 4-star for me.
Hey, Zach, ever seen Angels in the Outfield?
I have. It's been a while though, so it's been probably close to a decade.
Any thoughts of what you thought a decade ago?
I liked it when I saw it. So
right on. All right, Chris, what'd you watch this week?
So I decided to go down my blind spot for directed. I did a Christopher Nolan movie from 2002, I believe, Insomnia. The 2 Christopher Nolan movies I have not seen. I'm working on the other one right now, but stay there for next week. But I love Insomnia. I thought it was a great little FBI with Al Pacino hunting Robin Williams. I thought Robin Williams was brilliant. He doesn't show off for a while, but the wait, it does pay off, and he's brilliant and like the killing movie. Like, very creepy and very intense. Al Pacino great, Hillary Swank great, the Cat and Mouse game is great. Like, Danny is phenomenal. Like, this is like the early Christopher Nolan, knowing what to get respect for him later on in his filmography. And I think I have it 4.5 stars. It's probably in my top 5 of his favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
No, yeah, I really like this movie as well here. Yeah, probably the first Nolan I ever saw was this when it came out. I remember renting it. And yeah, no, it's a good flick. Yeah, it's one of them you actually kind of rewatch because it has been a while. But yeah, I'd agree it's right in that 4-star range. Brandon, ever seen Insomnia?
No, this is my only Nolan blind spot. This is my only missing. Oh, and Following. I think I've seen like part of Following, but like this is my only. I haven't seen the Odyssey yet, but besides that, I haven't seen Following. Is the only one I haven't seen.
Yeah, I've never seen Following personally. Tato, ever seen Insomnia?
Oh, Insomnia.
No, this is a miss for me.
Zachary, have you seen Insomnia?
Actually, I have, because I was trying to go through Christopher Nolan movies that I hadn't seen about a month ago. I still have one left, and that's Tenet. But I really like this movie, and I actually give it the same score that Chris does. It's a top 3 Nolan movie for me.
Yeah, stay tuned next week for my review of Memento. I'm in the middle of Memento right now. So.
Maybe you already finished Memento, you just don't remember.
You don't even know. It's not a mouth-based video game. Zach, what have we seen this week?
I have 2. I'm gonna go with a movie that a lot of people have seen. And I'm gonna go with a movie I saw about a month ago. L.A. Confidential. I finally got around to seeing from 1997. So this is a movie people had been talking about and just raving about. This conspiracy crime thriller with Kevin Spacey, Guy Pearce, and
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name for a second, but I was intrigued the entire time. I was on the edge of my seat with all the multiple twists and turns and just the different performances, and I loved the score. And I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Good review for LA Confidential. Yeah, no, this is a good one that I probably checked off my list a couple of years back as well. And yeah, no, it still holds up. Really great eye into that time period here as well. Good surrounding cast as well. Danny DeVito, Cromwell. Yeah, tight flick here. Yeah, I'm right at the 4.5 page myself as well. Brandon, what you thinking for LA Confidential?
I love this movie. This movie is awesome. I'm a big noir guy. I love these type of movies, and it's like this is like not the last great one. We've had some other ones, like The Other Guys, and or The Nice Guys, not The Other Guys, things like that. I just love this style of movie with like the twists and turns. I wish they did them more. I don't know. Kevin Spacey could do more stuff. I don't know. He hasn't been around in a while, so maybe they'll do something else like this. I gave this 5 stars. I really like this movie a lot.
Big review there.
5-star movie.
Tato, any thoughts on Confidential?
Yep, one of those ones where if you're friends with Henry for a period of time, you have to see it. It is fantastic. Probably 4.5, I believe, for me. The performances are excellent. The story is great. Fucking next to no complaints. Can't think of any complaints of note.
Again, Brandon, we might be deleted off Facebook again. They don't like trailers.
I did 0 stars for Kevin Spacey.
What?
I said 0 stars for Kevin. We're an anti-Spacey podcast.
Oh no, I just said trailer. I don't know what are you talking about. Anyway,
Spacey Schumer movies. I thought we got canceled.
No. Chris, thoughts on The Confidential?
I had not seen it. It's on my blind spot to watch in the next couple of weeks.
Zach, you seen it?
He talked about it.
He talked about it.
Oh, Jesus, sorry. I got into the motion of asking everybody.
Do your review
Brandon,
again.
what else you see this week?
What was that?
Brandon.
Oh, so back to me. All right, so we went from Italy, and now we're going to 2007, and we're going to Spain. I watched Los Crímenes, or Time Crimes, if you're the English speaker like we are. No one has seen this movie except for me, John, and Aaron. And this is going to be one of those movies that's going to be pretty hard to talk about because I don't want to give anything away if anyone does watch it. This is a movie about time travel, as the name kind of says, and it's hard to talk about because it's a pretty great movie about a guy who kind of accidentally stumbles into time travel, and then it's kind of the most stressful hour and a half of him just trying to not fuck things up. He only goes back an hour and 15 minutes. So he has to kind of make sure everything is like the same so nothing gets messed up. And just watching him kind of navigate through this whole thing is pretty intriguing. And it's one of those things that's like kind of halfway through, you're like, I think I know the twist of this movie. And then it kind of becomes like, oh, that actually doesn't really matter. Like you think you know, but that's actually not the twist. There's like another thing on top of another thing on top of another thing. And it's just a really, really cool, well thought out film where it's like not like convenient, but it's like kind of like I've talked about this, with my One Cut of the Dead review, where it's like watching everything fall together, watching all the pieces come together is pretty intriguing. They give away something in the trailer right there, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, this is, if you like foreign films, if you like time travel, if you like being stressed out beyond relief, and if you like 92-minute movies, this movie is for you. It's pretty great. I really, really like it. I give it 4 stars.
Short ass movie. No, very, very cool. Hey, if you had showed me the poster, I would have known what it was. I'm familiar. You said 4.5?
Just 4.
4 stars. All right, big week here. We'll go quickly now. Tato.
That was directed by a guy named Nacho, and I love nachos, so.
Chris.
I have not seen it, but you told me.
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
Brian
Directed
Newsbaum.
by the guy who did
I have
Colossal,
thoughts.
which is another good movie.
That's what I thought. Here's a guy, he's a director you've seen many movies of because he did a lot of those Wizarding World movies, but a little more grounded here. Pain Hustlers, I want to say from Netflix a couple of years back here. This is one that unfortunately I think Troy, basically because of kind of the middling reviews, it's one I just never got to, despite, again, David Yates is your director, the beautiful Emily Blunt, the beautiful Chris Evans, the beautiful Andy Garcia. They're all beautiful. As well as Catherine O'Hara, who's fantastic, are in this here. I did like, maybe because based on middling reviews, I did like it more than I thought I would, but I could see why it kind of like fell by the wayside here, because it's never as biting or as unique as you want it to be here. Some cliched stuff that you've seen before, probably just done better, a little more intricate here. I never really learned, I think, enough about the Chris Evans character here. You learn more about the Blunt character, so the things that happen to her. You are more invested in the stuff that happens with her. But yeah, just I don't know, just something with the writing and everything that while it looks good, directing wise and cast wise here, and the story is interesting. So while I do give it a recommendation, it's a very slight recommendation. I'm going to give it 3 stars here. So yeah, worth checking out to a degree, but a little disappointing, just based on kind of like the pedigree around it here. I love Chris Evans. I know he can do biting work, but this didn't bite enough. Brandon, ever seen Pain Hustlers?
No, I remember hearing about this movie and was like, this sounds interesting. And then I saw reviews and said, I'm okay.
Tato?
You muted, Tato.
As a no.
Sorry, no.
Chris?
It was okay. I don't think David Yates that great as a director, honestly. I mean, Harry Potter movie, he did an okay job directing, but Legend of Tarzan and did, so we're like not really impressed by it. But it 2.5 stars for me.
Yeah, the Tarzan pull might be kind of a good pull, as I'm like, that's another movie I don't hate, but like, yeah, it's not exactly, there's a reason why, we're making no sequels and whatnot. Zach?
I have not seen it, but I like Chris Evans, so I will check it out.
Brian?
I have not seen it.
Sweet. Tato, what else you watch this week?
I got to Kubo and the Two Strings. It's a little tie-in to some other programming we may or may not be seeing in the future. Keep an eye out on TMG. But yeah, this was really fantastic. The animation is, of gorgeous. It just the world feels so true and lived in. It's just like a different style that we don't see a lot. Shout out Leica. The story is fantastic, if slightly predictable. The twists were not super duper twisty for me, which is not a huge major knock. And still, like I said, a fantastic story, just gorgeous to look at. I had a really fun time with it. I'm going to go 4.5. It is more on like the 89, 90 side of that than like a 93 kind of thing. But yeah, it's just really gorgeous. I don't want to spoil too much of it or anything like that. Highly recommend it. I assume most people here have gotten to it. But if you happen to have not yet and you thought about it, for sure do so, like I finally did.
I haven't. Brandon?
I have. Yeah, masterpiece. It's not flawless, but a great, maybe not masterpiece, but great movie. I'm in that 4.5, that 90 range as well. So yeah, awesome. I don't think Chris or Brian have seen this because they didn't cream their pants enough when you mentioned it.
Hey guys, maybe let the joke breathe for a second. Just an idea. Chris, ever seen this?
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw it twice in theater. I loved it. Movie. That's my favorite Leica movie besides Paranorman. I think
sounds like you liking it a lot. Sorry.
I brilliant. I think
Accidentally going double McConaughey here.
Yeah. I think the message at the end is brilliant. I think what it's trying to say is brilliant. I think it's great place acting, great twist. I think the motor twist at the end got me surprised more than the first twist. But this is five star for me. This is one of my top tier favorite animated movie.
Zach?
Yes, I saw this when it came out in theaters, and I really liked it. I think I remember giving it I think it was around 4 stars.
And Brian?
I have seen it. I do enjoy Dollar Film Electric Films. I gave it 3 stars for me. Dollar my go-tos.
You didn't like it that much. Chris, what else you watched this week?
I got nothing else because doing a lot of my OV watches now.
Zach, what'd you watch this week?
The other movie I have is from 2015. Ron Howard directed In the Heart of the Sea, the Chris Hemsworth maritime boat movie. Basically thought to be maybe the inspiration, the story behind Moby Dick. And this was another one that I had heard about, and I finally got around to seeing it because it was leaving Netflix at the end of last month. And it's amazing to look at. The score is also great. And Chris Hemsworth, Cillian Murphy, Tom Holland all give great performances. And this is 4.5 stars for me.
Nice movie review for In the Heart of the Sea. Brennan?
He ran away to the Moby Dick.
Oh, he's not even there. I wasn't even noticing. Tato?
Nope.
Chris?
Yeah, I like this movie. I saw it back when it came out in my theater where I used to work. Good movie, a little bit slow, but very good true story. It'd be a 3.5 for me.
Brian?
I have not seen this one.
I also have not seen it, but yeah, a couple of decent reviews for In the Heart of the Sea. Brian, what'd you watch this week?
Yeah, I watched it on Tubi, Tucker Dale vs. Evil.
Yeah!
Hey.
So I'm guessing Diaz loved this movie based on his reaction. Yeah, this movie I heard a lot of great things about, so I decided to check it out. And I really dug this movie. I loved the chemistry with Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk as these 2 hillbillies. Trying to and Tyler Labine's chemistry with Kachib Bowden's character, I did enjoy them trying to these like college kids think these 2 are murderers, but they're actually not. But it has some great laughs, especially the different times that the college kids try to burn themselves when they're trying to explain how the girls with them. And I really dug this film a lot. But one time, 4 stars for me.
Nice. Yeah, now this is a lot of fun. The initial premise is just so well done of these kids just assuming that these hillbillies are evil and they're just the two of the nicest guys. Perfectly casted. I love Tyler Labine. I used him one time for a fantasy draft of a pilot as my lead here, kind of a really undersung guy. And yeah, Alan Tudyk, put him in everything. Brandon, I know you've seen Tucker and Dale. What'd you think?
Yeah, I love this movie. This movie's great. But before Letterboxd existed, I was shouting this movie out from like the rooftops. Like everyone needs to watch this movie. So yeah, I think it's hilarious. I think it's brilliant. Hopefully we ever get that sequel that's been written one of these days, but it doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. But yeah, maybe it's best just to leave this one breathe because it's brilliant. So yeah, 4.5 stars. I think 4.5 stars on Letterboxd.
Tato?
Yeah, this falls into a category of what I like to call outkicking their coverage, being way better than it has any business being on paper. But Alan Tudyk is perfect in anything, so that's a gimme. Tyler Labine, a bit more of an unknown quality for me going into it. Jay finally got around to showing me this like a year or so ago. I was still in the old house, so a year and a half ago probably at this point. But yeah, this movie is pretty damn perfect for what it is. 4.5 stars.
Chris?
I love this movie. Perfect example. Not really horror, but almost what you should call horror comedy. I love this movie. It's a 5-star for me.
Nice. Is that?
Yeah, I've seen it once, close to when it came out, and I thought it was good, but based on what everybody said, it's definitely one I need to rewatch because I think at the time I gave it like a 3.5, but I'm willing to rewatch it again. So,
Right on. Brandon, did you get anything else this week?
I watched half of The French Connection. I will talk about that next week.
Nice. So yeah. I didn't even get a chance to write my last one here.
I got my half
Wait, no hill feels this week?
It was going to be The French Connection, but wife got in the way.
No hill Phil. Well, here's my. I bet no one's seen it of the week. Actually, let me double check Letterboxd, see if anyone. A few of our friends. Nobody in here, I think, though. Hey guys, it's Kids versus Aliens from a couple of years back here. You'll catch a glimpse of it here. So a little bit of a coming of age story here. Some young kids who are kind of drifting away from some of them from their siblings here. There's a big party that's thrown, but then aliens show up and they start to figure out how to battle back against them and what might work to defeat them as well. This movie's really weird in tone because, like I said, like your main characters are kind of like mostly 10-year-olds, and then there's a couple of the teens that they help out. But it's not teens versus aliens or college kids. It's kids, but they also do get like viciously murdered. Some of the teens and some of the kids, and so the tone, the violence is a bit all over the place because like part of the movie is like it's losing me because I'm like, oh, this feels like it's wanted to be for kids. Another part of the movie is it's like it's from the guy that did Hobo with the Shotgun. They see one girl getting like something poured all over her face, killing her down to her skull. So there's definitely some charm. There's definitely some good like coming of age stuff, and then it's a little long in the tooth. And I do think the tone's all over the place here, and some effects work, some don't here. So this one's kind of right smack dab in the middle. 2.5 stars. If you love just kind of more fun, definitely directed DVD-ish videos, I'd say check it out. If it doesn't seem intriguing from the trailer, then I don't think it's going to work for you as a whole. So that's Kids vs. Aliens, and this is where we quickly tell me you haven't seen it. Brandon?
I've seen Attack the Block, and I've seen other Kids vs. Alien movies, but not this one. When I went to Letterboxd, as soon as I clicked on the name, I was like, I will bet $1 billion that John Marr has seen this. And he has in fact seen it.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it's just Shannon, Will. No, John Marr has seen it. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lied to us. They do have a wrestling ring in their barn, though, which made me very jealous. Tato?
Much like Eminem, I have never seen that one movie, Kids versus Aliens.
Chloe Sevigny, Rosario Dawson. It's a fun romp, all for the children. Chris?
I saw it for a moment with that freaking Mel Gibson alien movie that came out like
Nope.
last year.
I'm not allowed. I wouldn't be allowed to review that on the show. How dare you?
But no, I have not seen
it. Zach,
I have not seen it.
Ryan,
Haven't seen it, but I feel like very Tubi-ish.
you're Tubi-ish. Tato, what else have you seen this week?
I got nothing else.
That's sweet. Chris is good on. Zach, got anything else?
I got one more. It's one that I think people have heard of, and from 1996, Biodome. I saw that a couple of weeks ago, and this movie, I feel like it gets a little too much hate. Like, I watched it, and again, it's stupid, but I don't think it's a bad movie. I think you have some unique characters with Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin, and I think it's not a bad story. It's kind of fun at times. These two slackers just find their way into a biodome for a year, and chaos ensues. So I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for this as well. I won't say what movie I don't like of Pauly Shore's because I don't want Tato to get mad at me. But for the most part, I am a Pauly Shore fan. I mean, I'm a 90s kid. So, and I don't know, I think the idea in itself always intrigued me as a kid here. And yeah, this is a stupid movie. What?
I said it's okay. We'll get there because Brandon is confused.
It's a stupid movie, but it works. I feel like I don't know. I think there's a charm between these two. Even if I'm not laughing out loud, I am kind of smirking and enjoying what's going on here between these two just doofuses. So yeah, I'm probably at the 3-star mark as well. Like just enough to say, again, if it intrigues you, go check it out. Brandon, thoughts on Biodome?
Like this isn't Schindler's List, but it's a hell of a lot more fun than Schindler's List. So 5 stars. I love this fucking movie.
Is it wrong that I've seen this?
That's on the love.
I've seen this like probably 7 times more than I have Schindler's List. Tato, thoughts on Biodome?
Yeah, Biodome's pretty fucking awesome. While it is no jury duty, it's still fantastic.
Yeah. You're right. It is no jury duty. It's watchable.
Yeah, I'll echo all your sentiments. These two are pretty fucking charming as fuck together. The comedy is goofy and stupid. But I love it. It's the kind of shit I was raised on. Fucking the crazy kind of mustache twirling villain. Spoiler alert for the fucking 80-year-old Pauly Shore movie, but like eating the parrot. No, I am God. Hilarious. Yeah. Lots of good comedy here. Laughs to be had. I'll give it the old 3.5.
Chris, you love Biodome, right?
I have not seen it. I'm not a big Pauly Shore person.
Zach, you love. Wait, you read it. Zach, damn it. Brian, you like Biodome, right?
I enjoy it. Love the disaster comedy, but it's not better than Uncut Gems, Zach.
Real comparison to make?
What?
Look at
Don't you have the same review?
Zach hates.
Yeah,
No, I didn't. He doesn't like that I didn't give Uncut Gems a
exactly.
great review.
Fight Forever. Brian, what else did you see this week?
I already saw one film this week. That's all.
Oh, sweet. All right, sweet. We're done. Unless anyone else wants to come in, this is last call. Brandon, what'd you watch this week?
I'm gonna wear glasses for this. I wear glasses because I'm fancy and I watch foreign films. I watched a spaghetti western, The Great Silence, and it was awesome. But Be Nice to Animals, 4.5 stars. And I watched a Spanish film called Time Crimes that bent my brain and made it hurt. But it was very nice because it was only 90 minutes long. So 4 stars.
I'll put on my glasses, my light blue, baby blue glasses. Check out Runaway Jury, really good cast there. Mostly fun and worth checking out. Shout out to Gene Hackman, 3.5 stars. Pain Hustlers, beautiful people doing some naughty things, and you can probably predict what's going to happen. That one's just 3 stars alone. And then Kids vs. Aliens, everything goes down to 0.5 star evidently this week. Nice little kind of grindcore film, but unfortunately it didn't, ever. Not enough of it totally worked for me to recommend it strongly here. Tato.
Let's see. I am rocking
Hey.
the Tato custom glasses.
Whoa.
Custom pro model.
As always. And I watched a couple of things, did some Oscar Best Picture nominees, which obviously do not qualify for the show. And then earlier I had eked out the Angels in the Outfield trilogy, if we're being French about things. Angels in the Outfield was good. The other two were pretty not great. Kubo and the Two Strings, fantastic.
Chris, you saw Insomnia?
Yeah, I saw Insomnia for an after. Stay tuned next week for Memento. Halfway through it right now.
Already watched it.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Zach?
Yeah, I watched three good movies recently. LA Confidential, intriguing story, 4.5. The Heart of the Sea, great performances, good score. Edge of Your Seat, 4.5 stars, and then Biodome, fun, unique story that's seems to be crapped on a little bit. So, and that I gave that 3 stars.
Biodome and story.
Brian, you loved some. You fought evil this week.
Yes, I did. With some hillbillies, with a go character actors, Al Tudyk and Tyler Bid, and Tucker Dale versus Evil.
Heck yeah. Do it quickly because I got shit to do. Chris, plug some party words.
You find me here in Danny Mount. See me in the hour and light out trivia for Tato and Field.
Zach.
Letterbox YouTube movie fan Z. Thanks for having me on.
Ryan.
I too be on Lights Out with Diaz, and you can be on YouTube most spaces in here most of the time.
Ditto.
Yep, I'll echo those guys. Lights out. Movie Battleground does exist. I promise I will make it happen.
And speaking of Tubi, catch Hunter X on Tubi. I'm in it for 4 seconds, and also I shot some of it. Yeah. And also this channel. Watch this channel. Brandon, what Tubi movies are you in?
None.
Suck it.
But I am in some trios matches that's out right now. I'm in Watch Me versus Eric on the other channel. I forgot whatever
TNBT.
in there. Whatever. It was one of my favorite matches ever. Watch me sometimes in Lights Out. Hopefully Jordan and I get a chance to reclaim our belts sometime soon. So
We're coming for him.
that and yeah.
Yeah. Do all those things. Like and subscribe. Tune in next week. Probably back to 8 o'clock unless Brendan changes it. Or
No. Cancel next week. I'm in Space Camp.
He's in Space Camp. Don't tune in next week. Tune in the week after. Yeah. So we love you more than you'll ever know. Tune in
Mwah.
to the Only Marks Wrestling Podcast. It's in a minute.
Watch the movie Space Camp.
Motherfuck, fuck, noise. 1, 2.